Now, I'm sure I've heard a lot of your lectures, you've given khutbas about the harms of social media. Of course, there are benefits, but at the same time, there are huge danger of social media. In general, your advice, and in particular, a younger generation depending solely on social media to get an answer that they're looking for, what would your advice be?
Okay, now Islamic knowledge is taken from people who are established in our Muslim communities and societies, who are well known for their Islamic knowledge and their credentials. Okay, so that is the first thing. Now, YouTube is just a medium where videos are put up. So, who are you listening to? Who are you trying to get your answers from? Are you trying to get answers from very young people who haven't got the experience in knowledge? They may have the book knowledge, they may, but
Or may not, some
yeah,
don't,
they may and
some
they
they
may
don't
not.
have.
Yeah, that's the thing. But have you looked at their credentials? How long have they been around promoting Islam? Because if you hook yourself onto one particular individual, when they fall, you're going to fall. And we've seen it so many times in life. And this deen of Allah is not centered around any personality. This deen of Allah is centered around Allah and His Messenger. After them, everyone can make mistakes, everyone can fall. And as the scholars of the past, they all said, if you want to follow someone, imitate someone, then follow someone and imitate someone who is past. Because al-hayy, the person who is alive, and he's presented with fitan all the time. He can fall at any moment. And unfortunately, in this day and age, we're close to the end of time. Yeah, the Prophet ﷺ said, the end of time, what's going to happen? يُصْبِحُ الْمَرْءُ مُؤْمِنًا وَيُمْسِي كَافِرًا. That person is going to sell their religion for a cheap price of this dunya. And in the morning, they were a believer. In the evening, in that same evening, they're going to be a disbeliever. Okay? So the Prophet ﷺ said, guard yourself with بَادِرُوا بِالْأَعْمَالِ. Hasten towards good deeds that will preserve your iman. Now, when you look at this, YouTube is a medium. Who you're listening to, if you're not listening to established, experienced scholars of Islam and established callers to Islam who have been known for years, who have that experience on top of the knowledge and the study, and who are acknowledged by the scholars of our times and the senior du'at or callers to Islam, then you're putting yourself out there to get misguided, to become misguided, to fall in love with personalities, and your deen's going to be very shallow, and you're going to be like any other groupie in any other cult. And that's not what Islam is about. Islam is about sincerity to Allah, and it takes time. Don't rush.